Like Scoob. All right.
Like Scoob.
There we go. Okay, did you, other than the mutual things we marked down, well, first off, okay, before I get ahead of myself, welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait. Don't start. Don't start. Now don't start. Don't start. I have to check something out. I'm sorry.
Goosecast episode 5.
No, what are you doing? Not yet. Don't start recording yet, because I have to check something real quick. I don't have any of my filters. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Giovanni's so ugly he needs filters to make himself look good.
Not that sort of... My mic filters, bitch.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about it. It's too much to do right now. Okay. All right.
Goosecast episode 5 starting now. Brought to you by Arizona Hard. It's hard, and it's 5%.
We finally got sponsored.
Yeah, right. But the channel did get its basic monetization form, finally.
Yes, it did.
So I don't know how I gotta set it up or whatever, but I have like the members tab all ready to go. So I don't think it runs ads traditionally because you hit 300, but I do have the options for people to like become a
So what
YouTube
we're trying to say
member.
is we're getting paid.
Well, only if people are members. We gotta hit 500. I don't know what that step is, so if you're watching now, subscribe, please. And then once we hit 500, then we get to 1,000, and 1,000's like the full, like, you finally made it. And then you hit 10,000 subs, and you get your first plaque, I think. Or is that 100?
10,000, we'll stroke each other's cocks. That's what we'll do.
Oh.
I'm on my my sketch shit. Let's do this.
Giovanni, there are children watching.
Oh. You know, we had children watching. I take that all back. I am not Ava Tyson.
This is not the Ava Tyson podcast. Oh my.
But that's how we can segue into
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? You first. Okay, you're about to say something.
What I was gonna say is that me and him have had a joke ongoing for our whole time being at get-go, saying like every time somebody gets famous, they always start getting sexually attracted to minors. Every fucking time. And this is all proof. Ava Tyson, Dr. Disrespect, fucking, who else? Wasn't Logan Paul, or was that somebody else?
No, not Logan Paul. That would be
okay.
huge news if it was Logan Paul. Dude.
Damn.
But... Oh, somebody sent me a message on Discord. Oh.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard that was weird. I heard it too. What the fuck?
Or that could have been you?
We both got a message? At the same time?
Pause. Anyways, not important.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Imagine, because he wasn't, or, oh god, before, okay, now I'm gonna start into they, them, Ava Tyson. Before we even get into, like, what happened with that, people are mad at Charlie, Moist Critical, aka Penguin Z0, because he misgendered her by calling her a him when talking about when you diddle kids.
This is the problem with humanity right now. How are you worried about what he said, like what he called her over him diddling with kids? Like there's clearly a bigger issue, and it's the kid diddler. You know?
Well, I mean,
like, how does...
I mean, Ava never straight up diddled a child, but still, just like, there's rumors that they found a bunch of CP on her thing, but
she diddled some kids.
At the bare minimum, just talking to anytime you interact with minors in that sort of way inappropriately, I think you don't, you lose your ability to be angry about anything else, regardless.
Yeah, they like, I've heard everything about it. They said like he was watching, like, not watching, like, looking at art of a guy that made CP, he had actual CP. All right, I'm sorry.
Well, at the time, she was he, but purchased the the art from the child. I saw a clip earlier of Mr. Beast, Jimmy. Jimmy's in the background, like, because it was Chris at the time, was live streaming or making a video, and you see Jimmy on the couch in the background looking at the poster like.
Like, what the fuck?
He's got the this is making me uncomfortable face
Yeah,
on.
because he had it hung up in his
It's so
fucking room.
funny. Oh man, it was so
Which
goofy.
they were saying, like, how did Jimmy not know about it? But like, I think in that photo right there, it shows you like itself, like he knew about it, but like he wasn't cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think he knew about all of it. I think he knew about that poster. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he knew about like the other shit that he was doing.
My cousin typed in chat, lame, last thing to care about. Oh my god.
Oh shit, I forgot to stream in this shit. Alright, continue.
Nice, good job, good job.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, so, but just imagine your best friend, because they were best friends. I don't know if they exactly grew up together, but they were friends from, like, high school, for sure.
Yeah.
Because that's when Jimmy started leaning into college when he was becoming Mr. Beast, was when he started doing his college shit. And Chris was always the main supporter of the channel and, like, essentially his partner, like you and I are right now. Imagine you make a huge career and this person helped you throughout all of it, and it turns out that they're attracted to minors. Like,
yeah, I mean, I feel like at this point, this shit is a trend. People are fucking doing it. It's crazy. Like going through your whole life, and he has kids too, you know, which makes it a lot weirder, man. Like, you had kids, and I'm happy he had to separate himself from his wife. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, she now.
She. My bad.
You don't want Twitter. You don't want Twitter coming at you.
Yeah, I'm happy I ain't streaming this shit yet.
They'll be like, look at this no-name YouTuber.
Yeah, look at this no-name YouTuber.
Misgendering
this motherfucker. You know, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just he used to be a he and now he's a she. At that time when he was doing that shit, he was still a he. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know when they broke up, that's when she was already a she, right?
Yeah.
Or something like yeah. So like, it's I'm happy that when he made that transition, he had to separate from his kids, because that's just a weird thing to be looking at while having kids, and they were young at the time. So
I don't know how long that lasted, because in like most recent footage of her.
Oh wait. And I'm sorry, I said while you have kids. It's a weird thing to look at no matter what. Yeah. I'm just saying with him having kids, that's 10 times. Okay, no matter what. It sounds bad. It's bad no matter what. I'm just saying I'm happy that he's not next to his kids right now.
But,
continue. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, but the thing is, she is in a most recent clip. It was Ava Tyson, like, just saying, I'm focusing on my family, and there was a clip of her and her kids running around in the background and stuff.
I would not let her around my kids.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would not let that shit slide. I'd be like, get the fuck away.
Yeah, that's a good point. Fantasy Complex in the chat, my cousin, was straight up, people are just calling it her, he at this point, because honestly, when the minute you start messaging minors with diddling intentions, you kind of just lose your rights to claim anything of who you are or what you are, in my opinion. Yeah. And I don't care if that's a hot take to the community of, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But Chandler, on the whole opposite spectrum, did you see Chandler's reading Bible verses on his TikTok?
Yeah, he's on TikTok. He's reading Bible verses. He was
reading Bible verses. It's like he knew. He's like, I gotta cleanse, man.
Yeah, he was like, man, child porn, fucking all this shit going on. I was like, I can't be around these motherfuckers, and I don't blame him, man. Like, I had to cleanse my palate after that shit too. I'd be reading the Bible left and right if I were him. Like, it's crazy what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What I had to do as a palate cleanser was to watch Deadpool and Wolverine. Cleanse the fuck out of my palate. I felt so happy leaving that movie. Like, I felt like a fucking kid again, man. That movie was so good. That movie was fucking amazing. It was revolutionary.
Well, lots of people used to work with Mr. Beast. Sorry, I was reading chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Including Sneeko.
Well, he has the most controversial takes out of anybody.
Bro, that dude is so wild. I agree with some of the shit he says, though. The basic minimum stuff, but he is a hypocrite to what he preaches.
Yeah.
You know, he upholds traditional family values, but was okay with like being a cuckold You know,
Yeah. I was like, what the
like
hell is that?
this
Like,
is
yeah,
like that just goes against everything
he's
of
like, I
your.
didn't know I really loved my wife till she got fucked by somebody else. What the fuck? What are you
It's
talking
like
about?
that goes against the traditional family view you would like to preach.
Yeah, no, and also he was saying something related to like the Ava Tyson situation a while ago that got resurfaced, which he was saying like he doesn't think the age of consent should be 18. He was like it's a mental thing. I'm like,
Age of
no, I mean like
maturity.
yeah, he was like it's an age of you know what I'm saying, how you are immature wise. And I'm like, no, like I feel like at 16 you're not worried about anything mature wise. You're still in school, worried about if you got an A in your last test or something.
Musk owns Twitter now. It's all fair game. Oh man, it's
Okay. All right.
but that's what I'm saying for poor Jimmy, because that was his like ride or die best friend to go through all of it, and then
Sorry about
when Chris decided to transition, he was supportive about it, and I'm noticing a pattern with most people in social media space doing that kind of thing, also correlating with minors.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, like I keep telling you, you gotta watch Turkey Tom whenever he covers the downfall of a YouTuber.
Yeah,
It's
I
always
do.
like has to do with children.
Every fucking time it's some
So
kid. Can you
fucking
hear that?
stupid. No, hear
Or
what?
no? Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, because you heard the ding of a message. I was wondering if you heard the call somebody just gave me. But yeah, no, that downfall of his is crazy. Like, he went from being like one of the most beloved motherfuckers to crashing hard. And it annoys me that whenever somebody around Jimmy, gets like canceled, they try to cancel him with it, because the dude is just always trying to do some good shit for the like
Yeah.
for people and shit. They just want to bring him down all the time, which is super annoying to me. And fun fact, for anybody that's a fucking loyal watcher, I've only donated to one company, and it was Mr. Beast when he was planting trees.
The good old tree fund. He got a total of 5 trees planted.
He got a total of 5 trees for me, man. They're gonna have my name on them. But yeah, but I don't believe in anything else. I don't believe in donating because you don't know where the fucking money goes. But I was like, you know what? This guy has literal video proof of everything he does. So I was like, this guy I do trust. So I just gave him $5. Anything else though, I don't trust it because you never know where the money goes. It's true. Like these non-fund, not what's it called? Non-something.
Nonprofit organizations.
Nonprofit organizations. The CEOs tend to have millions of dollars. Like, how are you making that much money?
Yeah.
Out of a nonprofit organization, it makes no sense.
For those of you viewers watching, talking about the ads in the chat, don't worry. All of the podcasts go to the YouTube channel at some point. So, you know, that's always good to know. Because when Twitch runs ads, it's completely random. And when an ad is running, they can't, like, hear the conversation. But also, it'll be in the VOD, so... Yeah, but if you are annoyed with the ads on Twitch, go to YouTube, because we're not monetized with ads yet. And even if we were, you could just skip the ad and you won't miss any of the conversation.
Exactly. There you go.
Exactly. I really, really try to keep politics out of YouTube. I mean, granted, I post a lot of gun stuff, and I would like to transition to airsoft and being a gun tuber at some point in my life. If I ever get to own property, you're gonna see a lot more gun content, because I could just wake up and be like, let's shoot this today, you know.
Right.
But that, just like with Demolition Ranch, how they had to make that statement after the Unalive incident attempt with Trump. The shooter was wearing a Demolition Ranch shirt, and they had to get on there. They had to get on there, and they were like, we don't, we never preach politics on our channel. Like, we're not just some, like, right-wing conservatives. We're just here to talk about guns and shoot guns because we like guns. Like, his political affiliations and him wearing a Demolition Ranch shirt has nothing to do with us. Yeah. Which is wild that he would. So he had to have liked guns, like, a little bit, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But have you seen it was weird, like, when they were talking about the shooter, they had no, like, information about the guy at all? Like, they didn't know, like, anything about
wiped. It was wiped as a conspiracy.
Yeah, like, legit. They think people wiped information about him. He had no socials. He had nothing.
Oh, he had socials, because people had that clip from his Twitter.
He had socials?
Yeah, he had a clip from his Twitter talking about how he hates Donald Trump and he hates all Republicans.
I didn't see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta watch that. I didn't see that. Okay,
See,
so he was clearly on one side. Then
yeah.
that makes no sense why he voted for Biden. I just don't.
Okay, so
I don't get that.
this was my own personal way of explaining it. Just because he's a registered Republican doesn't mean that's what he firmly believes in. Because when Trump was running in 2016, I was 18, 19 at the time, and I had no political affiliation at the time. Like, I did not give two craps. All I cared about was going to college parties and drinking, you know?
Yeah.
So my mom and my stepdad said, if you want to continue to live under our roof, you need to go vote and register as a Republican and vote for Trump. So I was like, okay, like whatever, you know, that's
Right.
ignorant on my part, because if you're gonna vote, you should vote for who you believe in. But they were
Yeah.
right, because you know my parents have money, and it seems like the people who are well off in the world understand that Trump is their business option for the economy. So
Yeah.
I just kind of went along with it just cause. So the way I feel this kid was going about it was the reason he's a registered Republican is that's probably just something his parents forced on him and not what he believed in, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's entirely possible like that, like especially when he was younger, because people were showing clips of him in high school and everything. And in high school, he was just like some goofy kid, and him and his friends were messing around.
Yeah. Like
You
he
know,
didn't care about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just something you don't really think of when you're a child.
I'm a grown ass adult and I still have no idea about anything
Crank the
related to
bit rate down.
politics. I have no
Yeah.
idea about anything related to politics. I should be paying attention to it, but I just always, it just flies past my head. Like I don't think about it.
Well, I can't adjust the bit rate right now, so we're keeping it where it's at. It's more for the recording than it is the actual stream.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, Jed, my cousin's talking about crank the bit rate down. It for the recording part. I want it to be fresh and everything. So Twitch is just
Right.
kind of the us live streaming this podcast is just an afterthought of like, oh, we're doing it now. We might as well just stream while we do it.
And it's to
But
get people to interact with the Twitch and then hopefully
yeah,
go to YouTube and watch it.
yeah.
You know?
Um, shoot, where was I?
Talk about how
It wasn't until I started living on my own and paying my own bills and paying attention to my taxes, which we printed out our pay stubs because we're trying to move apartments to a better apartment, right? My taxes took $200 out of my paycheck. My gross pay is $800 a week, and I only got $500, $540 out of that.
took 260.
Yeah.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy? And I
That
went
is
back. I went back. I was like, all right, let me go back to Trump's presidency. My taxes were no more than $70.
Really?
The same exact taxes. Like the Medicare and like all that. Federal.
That's a
everything.
crazy increase. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. And this is
How
how
did
it
that
was.
work though? Because I know our tax brackets are the same. So isn't it
Dude,
like 12% where we're at or something like that?
I couldn't tell you, but all I'm saying is during 2016 to 2020, I made $10 an hour. I moved out with nothing in my bank account. I bought a sports car. I spent $10,000 in vehicle modifications. I built a $5,000 PC, all while paying rent, electric, water, paying for food to feed myself. I spent a lot of money, and I have a shopping addiction. So every day I was buying stuff. Every day I was buying off. I was buying stuff off Amazon, all off $10 an hour. I make 20 now, right?
Yeah.
Damn near 20. I'm rounding up. I'm making myself look a little better.
Yeah.
I don't actually make a full 20, but I make damn near $20 an hour, and I have no money in my account.
Yeah. I feel that.
I haven't bought any car parts. I haven't been able to buy any new guns, any new stuff. Like, all of the things I've gotten recently have been gracious birthday gifts from Ashley.
Yeah.
Thank God. But, like, I just haven't had any money to do shit. And it's just, like, when I go to buy groceries, I went to Aldi's today, and Aldi's is cheap.
Aldi's is
like,
cheap as fuck, though. Yeah, compared to
I
a lot of
bought-
other places.
I bought food for, like, the week. It's mostly just chicken. Like, I bought a big pack of chicken breasts, and
Yeah.
my dishes for this week are gonna be all based off that big pack of chicken breasts I bought, right?
Okay.
90
And that's
bucks.
literally Ooh,
for 5 days
really?
worth of food from Aldi's,
What?
just for the ingredients to make like I got chicken fajitas tonight that I'm gonna make, and then my chicken teriyaki I always make, and then just like chicken and rice with potatoes on the side, you know.
You're gonna be so tired of chicken, bro.
$90 for 5 days of food. What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna. He's gonna clock out tomorrow. He's gonna ride on his way to Wendy's, bro. Like,
Oh
I'm like,
my
where you going? I'm
god.
getting a burger from Wendy's. I'm getting
Eating
bacon
fast food isn't even viable anymore.
Hey, I think eating fast food is the best way to go nowadays. It's the same fucking price as fucking. For me,
Well,
I'll
all
use it
right,
back for myself.
all right. Put this into perspective, right? To feed me and Ashley both fast food, we spend about $30. Okay,
Yeah,
because fast food
yeah,
is
yeah,
not filling at all. We did Factor for a week, like I was telling you about,
yeah, yeah.
and $50 of Factor fed us all week long. So one meal for $30 from a fast food chain, or 5 meals for 5 days a week, for the
Yeah.
damn near the same price.
For him,
You
it
know.
makes sense. For me, I pay $7, and then I get a fucking filling meal, and then I go home. I got a fucking little pizza from Pizza Hut today for $7, and it came with boneless wings.
Hell yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a good
cheap.
deal.
It's a pretty good deal. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
like
that more often.
this channel's not about politics. We're not red pilled. As much
Yeah,
as
I
I
know.
am, as much as I'm a Republican, I still also believe that everybody has the right to their opinion and to do what they want, because this is fucking America, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just, but with recent events, it's just how everybody's been talking about it. Like with Ava Tyson, like you kind of have to be like, dude, you know. And when Doctor Disrespect was talking, because I literally just watched the podcast from Official Podcast today while I was waiting for you to get on. I was sitting outside,
Yeah.
sitting in a lawn chair, just kind of drinking and watching Official Podcast with Charlie and friends. And they were talking about how Sneeko, when everybody found out about the Doctor Disrespect thing, Sneeko was like, "Oh, she was only 17. Like, he's not even a pedo. Like, blah blah blah." Like, first off, nobody ever said what the age of this minor was that Doctor Disrespect was
Right.
talking to, so we don't know that. That came out. That number came from the ether, dude. Like, he just made that shit
He
up.
pulled that shit out of nowhere.
Right. But then when the things came out about Ava Tyson, he got on Charlie's case. He's like, "Well, you talked about Doctor Disrespect. How come you're not talking about this?" Like, but at the same time, he was defending Doctor Disrespect. But for Ava, it wasn't okay. You know, it's all or nothing, dude.
Right.
Yeah, you can't just selectively pick and choose.
Yeah, you know, it makes no sense to select and pick and choose. But yeah.
Sneeko was on fucking Gab trying to talk shit about all the conservatives and talk up Biden. Well, Biden's not even a part of the equation anymore.
He ran out. Right? He ran like a little bitch. I know he pulled out of the race or something like that. I know that. I pay no attention to politics, but I know that.
Oh man.
I know he ran out of the race, and now it's just. So who is it then? If so, it's Trump and who else?
Supposedly Kamala. I think it's confirmed, but it
Okay.
wasn't like democratically elected. They were just like, yeah, she's in there, you know, which
It's
is
just threw her in there.
which is a whole nother conspiracy in itself that everybody's fucking blowing up about. It's so funny. My whole TikTok ever since Trump rally ear takeoff piece.
Yeah.
My whole TikTok has just been riddled in politics from both sides.
Yeah. We were literally talking about having an emergency podcast too.
Yeah.
When Trump got shot, I told him like we need to start making emergency podcasts.
Emergency
for situations that are
podcast.
Crazy. Yeah, legit, because like it was like so much shit was happening in that week, and we were like, we're not making the pod episode till next week. I'm like, bro, I don't want to forget all this shit. Like if we did it right now, because it was Dr. Disrespect happened, then like 2 days later, Trump got almost killed. And then also in that week, some other shit happened, but I forgot. I don't even know what it was. I should have written it down. But it was so much going on in that week. I was like, bro, we're gonna have to make an emergency podcast because so much crazy shit is going on.
So since we're this deep into this, and again, I apologize to everybody who's of the opposite political beliefs, but you know, again, you could believe in what you want. We're all friends here. I have friends that are still liberal. You know, we still get along. Similar interests is not a big deal. You know.
Yeah, I have no interest, so don't feel bad, guys.
Did did you see the Olympics opening ceremony?
Oh, that was fucked up. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yes.
I'm a Christian. I'm not Christian. My mom was Christian, but I don't like how strict they could be. But at the end of the day, I do believe in God.
Yeah.
So seeing that, I did feel like that was a mockery because they were all lined up in the same way.
Yep.
Like it was
and there was a child.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was crazy to me. I was like, this, like, if it's not that, you guys are lying, because it's clearly all set up in that way. Like it was it's 12 of them on the table, and they were all just like,
Yeah.
I think it was just fucked up. I feel like because the Olympics has a book saying like that they don't take any side on any politics, or they don't offend religions and stuff like that, and they're gonna do something that is representative of religion, which is fucked up, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys aren't taking sides, why would you do something like that?
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Imagine if it was on the flip side and it was like an Islamic thing they were making fun of.
I wouldn't like it no matter what it was. It could have been like, you know what I'm saying?
But
it could have been a Buddhist thing.
There are people out there who are like, oh, it's the Christians, who cares? They deserve to be, blah, blah.
Like, in my opinion, it could have been whatever it was. They shouldn't have any religious or affiliations or with anything. It's the Olympics. It's for everybody to watch. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be taking one side. So it was messed up to me that they did that and tried to play it off like that wasn't on purpose. You know what I'm saying? It was clearly on purpose. You guys did that with ill intent.
Yeah, I'm getting a message in the chat that the audio is buzzing.
There was also like I think Christians take shit too far, because there was also like
hold on 1 second, Giovanni. Actually, put on a headset and test to listen to the audio, see if it's buzzing out for you. Because I hope it's not doing that in the recording, because that would be tragic if it was.
We'd be losing a lot over recording.
Ashley says it's not, so it must be your internet, Nicholas.
Okay. All right. But back to what I was saying, there was also a lot of controversy going on about the Dark Horse. It was like the angel.
Yeah. The Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
They be dragging shit. Like, I think when I looked at that video, I was like, I don't know about that one. The supper one did look very, you know what I'm saying? No,
well, here's the thing. This is all conspiracy, but the first horse was super mechanical and looked like almost like a skeleton, and they had like a fake like animatronic thing riding the horse that also looked mechanical, which could be looking like a skeleton, because the first horseman of the apocalypse that's supposed to be representing is death, like the Grim Reaper riding in on a horse. And then the dude on the white horse was with his cloak and gown, and Strata was supposed to be like the Antichrist riding in, is from the bare base knowledge that I know about it, is what that was representing. And then there were two other people riding on horses and following him, along with the flags of the world converging and following him. Like,
all right, maybe they weren't stretching it. All right, maybe it was that then. Yeah, all right. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you guys doing that? The whole point of the Olympics is to not have any ties with anything. Like, you're not supposed to be biased against anything. You know what I'm saying? So, what's the point? I don't know.
Yeah, somebody put a comparing of like the 1994
Illuminati.
Ooh.
I think this shit is so stupid, man. I don't believe in any conspiracy theories. For anybody that out there that watches this podcast, you have to really, really get me with a conspiracy theory for me to be like, okay, maybe that might be. And that might be gullible of me.
The Earth is flat.
Yeah, but shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just pisses me off, man. Like, if you really if there's any flat Earth motherfucking believers in this fucking podcast, you're stupid. You're stupid, and you gotta get checked. Stupid bitch.
My camera's. I gotta reset the live thing on the camera.
But yeah, there's no flat Earth. The Earth isn't shaped like a pancake. You're shaped like a pancake. Yeah.
Surface level based non-conspiracy. They probably were like, let's do a retelling of the Rapture and the Four Horsemen, and let's make fun of the Last Supper. You know, because like some people think that's cool. Like, like most death metal artists, they're very satanic and blah blah blah, but usually they're atheists and they're just kind of making music because they think it sounds cool. Like who want like if you're gonna make music that's like you're gonna want to have like let's have like lyrics about like Satan ripping guts out, you know, like it's just it's just cool. It's just cool. It's like something cool. It's cool imagery. It's entertainment. So they probably were like, let's do this and like, let's represent the LGBT with all of our drag queens and everything. But you don't need that in the Olympics.
Yeah, no, that's the wrong place, wrong time for that.
And doing that, they realized they fucked up and they tried to change the narrative of like, oh, this is actually Dionysus or whatever the fuck the Greek god's name was. I don't know if you saw that angle. They probably realized they offended people and they were like, okay, you know what, you're right, that technically isn't fair. We can't just do this and do a mockery of Christians and then, you know, because if it was, like I said, if this was like they were making fun of Muslims or Taoists or Buddhists in any way, they would be getting so much backlash.
Yeah, they would be. Yeah, I will say this though, if they wanted to cause a stir and get a lot more viewership, they probably did. Cause you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it was right.
I mean,
it was right, but
that was probably their angle. But a lot of people are boycotting and just not watching anymore. You know,
because there's a whole bunch of Christians in the world,
dude. A huge group of French people in France got outside the Olympics, wherever they're hosting it, and they all were just praying. Yeah, they were just praying outside of the Paris stadium they're holding it in or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
sure. Just like, dude, it's the Olympics. Like I said, somebody compared 1994 Olympics to today's, you know, entrance in the 1994. It was a dude shooting a flaming bow, like using his athletic skill.
Yeah, but there was no electronics or holograms or anything. Like they had to do the simplest shit because they had no technology to do crazy shit. Well, they did, but I'm not saying like crazy good technology. They had to stick with the bare bones, you know.
But it's just like we're here to celebrate sports. Like that's all. You don't need to throw any message in there. It's literally sports.
Yeah.
We're here to watch people compete.
Yeah, like what I'm saying is like, you know what I'm saying, like throwing fireworks and shit. Like it's more spectacular in 2024 because it's fucking 2024. You're gonna do more shit. You know, you're trying to sell some seats and shit. I get that. You know what I'm saying? So there's obviously gonna be a difference, but you don't have to do the entrance that they did.
You could have just had like a drone show or something.
Exactly, yeah. You could have had some cool shit, but it didn't have to be that.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not like... No, continue. I'm sorry.
No, you go on, because my thing is goofy. It's related.
You first,
no, you first. It's related to this. It's just goofy.
You go. No, I promise. I don't have nothing else to say.
Okay. So in Olympic conspiracies, did you see any of the TikToks or like videos of people saying LeBron was shapeshifting?
No, I did not see that. I seen the one where he was holding the flag on the ship. And they were like, "Look, Captain."
No, some news station was interviewing LeBron, and because everything's digital now, so it like glitched and like his eyes went like pale white. And like it went all digital for a second, and people are like, "Do you see this? LeBron James is shape shifting right in front of our eyes."
I'm telling you, people are gullible, bro. That's another conspiracy that I can't believe that some people believe. My stepdad believes in this shit. He believes that there's a such thing as lizard people.
Oh, that's a very common thing. My dad believes in that too.
I looked him in the reptilians. Face, and I was like, "Where is your proof for this?" And he showed me a video, and it was like. Fuck, it was like Katy Perry or some shit. And then her eyes
Miley Cyrus. It was Miley Cyrus,
yeah. Into like lizard eyes. And then I'm like, dude, this is on YouTube. They could have edited that shit for her eyes to just look like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
because I was talking about that too, and back when I was hanging with my friends Tallulah and Judah, who like I would go ghost hunting with, they were like, well, here, I'll show you. And she pulled up Adobe Blender and showed me, and literally did the exact same thing with my eyes. She edited it to do that. And it's just like, all right, whatever.
It's like, come on, man. Like, you guys got to be smarter than this. If you're going to fall for something good. Like the moon landing.
That was 100% real. Don't you ever.
Well, the phone call they had was there was no time delay, and they were on the moon. I don't fucking know, man. I don't believe any of these conspiracies. You gotta hit me with some crazy shit. Imagine if it was, though. That's the one that if it wasn't a conspiracy, I low-key believe. Out of all of them,
What, the moon landing?
the moon landing. That's the only one that I would kind of believe. And I'd be like, that kind of makes sense. Because you're trying to win a race with fucking Russia. And America is thirsty to look like the best country. You know what I'm saying? So that one I would kind of get.
Vera's going crazy in playtime mode. But supposedly in, like, the leaked documents around the moon landing, they originally were gonna fake it.
See?
But
I'm saying, like, I could believe they would do
but
that.
the issue they ran into was that they had no way of making it realistic. They're like, we're just gonna have to actually go there.
Oh yeah, see,
You know?
but look at that. Like I was saying, like I believe that they would do that, and look at
Yeah.
that. They were thinking about it. They want to look like the best country. You gotta do some crazy shit to look like it.
And
But yeah.
a lot of the conspiracy is mixing up the attempted faking with the actual moon landing and thinking that
Yeah.
them trying to fake it was them actually faking it, and just
Another
mixing
thing
the
that
facts up.
blows my mind is that we haven't been to the moon again after the first moon.
No,
landing
we did
or
go.
some shit. I heard some crazy shit like that.
India
Who did?
just went.
I was
Like-
saying us.
Oh,
Like-
us,
like-
yeah.
Like America, we haven't been back there. Like, you think we'd be
Alright.
back? You know
Alright,
what I'm saying? Like,
You want a conspiracy theory that is hyper realistic? Are you ready for this?
yeah, hit me.
For
We're
one,
all in the back rooms.
everybody was laughing about the Indian moon landing because it looked so. They had the computer screen displaying the lander. Yeah, Vera. Had the lander, and it was like obviously a 3D generated model landing on the moon, right? And everybody's like, "Oh, look at them! They're not even trying. This is the worst CGI I've ever seen." Like blah blah blah. And it's just like, you do realize they're the first ones to land on the dark side of the moon. You know what's on the dark side of the moon? No light. Okay? You want to know what that 3D image you're looking at is? It is a representation of what the lander looks like based on the lander's sensors.
Right.
You know? Because you
Yeah.
can't see where you're landing visibly. And all of our technology in terms of, like, just even cars nowadays is all sensor based, you know?
Yeah,
So obviously
That's true.
they're gonna have some advanced sensors on the lander to land on the dark side of the moon where you
Right.
can't see
'Cause you
because
can't
there's
fucking
no
see shit.
fucking light.
Right.
You know, like even if
Yeah.
the shit lander had lights, you still like the way landers are set up, you can't look down where you're landing. You can only look
Right.
forward, and
And
you
why
need to
would
be
they fake it too? Like,
You
they
need
have
to
no
be-
reason to fake it.
you need to be very 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 precise, or else you're not making it back from that trip. You know. So they had the sensors, and the image they displayed was the 3D generation of the lander landing on the dark side of the moon because it was doing
Yeah.
it for them. And everybody's like, "Oh, look at that! They're so bad at the CGI. Look at India trying to fake it. This is classic Bollywood."
I was gonna say, hey, they are still bad at CGI. Have you seen the Bollywood?
Yeah,
movies where
yeah,
they're
dude,
doing
that's so
backflips?
great.
There was one where I could not stop laughing. This dude got shot, and then he just stood still, and the bullet went in one ear and it left out the other. I was like, that's not how that works. You would just be dead. There's no way. Their fucking movies are iconic, bro. They have
And-
the best.
But okay, so leading back into the conspiracy is we have successfully built the first ever fusion generator, right?
Okay.
So
Tony Stark, shit. All right.
it literally looks like an arc reactor, like the way it's shaped like that, and
Yeah.
the way you start a fusion generator, or at least what we experimented with, was you need to create a fusion reaction using isotopic hydrogen, right? And
Okay.
that
Dude.
jump starts it, but the issue is the energy output to get it going costs more energy to get it started than it produces, and then it ended up dying out, right?
Yeah.
When India went to the moon, they were collecting hydrogen ionized moon rock, right?
Yeah.
To bring back to use as fuel, essentially, to use as nuclear fuel. So they gathered the hydrogen moon rock and they came back, and then a couple weeks after that happened, we had our first fusion generator. It's not much of a conspiracy anymore, is it? Just because nobody straight up linked it together, but it's like you could coincidentally put it together.
That one makes sense.
Yeah.
See, those are the ones where it makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So I could kind of believe it. We should do an episode on that, conspiracy theories, and we should like rate if we think it would be true or not. Like have like one of those like false, true, false things. You know what I'm saying? Signs.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
I had a whole thing of like video of disproving space conspiracy theories, which is hilarious, but it would take a lot of research and a lot of work, you know.
Yeah.
Um, like there was the whole Red Bull free fall from space. I don't know if you ever saw that.
That shit cannot be real.
No,
There's no
that's
fucking
that's
way.
100% real. That's
Is
100%
it?
real. Yeah.
I never seen the full video, but I remember when it happened, it was on like Twitter, and I seen it, and like I just don't get how you could free fall from outer space. That's such a that's.
Gravity.
But isn't there like layers and shit where they say like it's harder to get through? But he was falling fast as fuck.
Yeah, no, it's
He
negligible.
was falling fast as shit. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
The one conspiracy though somebody was saying is like, look at this image that CNN posted. It looks different than the video footage. It's like this line on the spaceship is not there in the footage on their photo for CNN.
Super far.
And they're like, look at how the space pod looks bigger on the CNN photo than it does in the actual video. It's all fake. It's like, you do realize that when people are doing photos for a news outlet, they Photoshop them to make it look better. You know,
that's true.
That's literally all that was. Like they're like, okay, let's make the pod bigger. Let's make it so you can get the whole picture in instead of seeing the actual footage.
That dude on Adobe Photoshop they hired is like, I swear, this is real as fuck. But yeah, I don't. We should do an episode like that. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
True or false? We gotta buy some sides for it though, so we can just flip like true or false.
True or false.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we have an active running fusion generator, and supposedly, which if this was possible would be amazing, would be in the next 10 years everything runs electricity-wise runs on fusion generation, right?
So how close are we to a Tony Stark suit? How close are we to the Mark I?
Honestly,
that's all I care about.
The only issue with having an Iron Man suit is inertia and velocity. Yeah,
because I'm gonna become a scientist just to make this suit, man.
I've always thought about that because I have friends that are engineers. I have friends that work for the military. You know, like, but
we can get it done.
Okay, so if you were to fly in an Iron Man suit, okay, Tony in the movies he makes those sharp turns. You know, as he's flying his Iron Man.
You're fucking. You'd be.
If you were trying to fly at the speeds he's flying and then take a sudden left turn, all of your organs are gonna be forced one direction. You know.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a plausible thing. You would have to come.
Make it like, no, you still fucking fucked up. I was about to say, what if you make it like super layered, so where it's like a super tight fit? You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, it's still I'm not a.
You would have to come up with some crazy like anti-gravity device with your Iron Man suit.
I know what we're gonna do. Hella bubble wrap.
Hella bubble wrap. It's perfect.
That'll stop all their inertia.
Yeah, so that news outlet just had a digital glitch that made LeBron look funny, and everybody's like, LeBron's a shapeshifter.
Yeah, no, people stretch the fuck out of anything, man. Did you see though? Speaking about Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
They teased my boy as Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doomishmurph. I was so hyped about that, man. Like, I will say though, I was disappointed that they didn't cast Cillian Murphy as Dr. Doom because I've always liked him. Because there's always been like fan photos of him as Dr. Doom, and I think he looks perfect for it.
Yeah.
Really, like I really do. I think he looks amazing for Dr. Doom. So I'm kind of mad that they didn't give him another. They didn't give somebody else that role, but still, it's RDJ. Like, who doesn't fucking like him?
Just think though, how much they have to pay him to come back. Because that man is so retired. He is so done with making movies, and Disney knows Marvel is fucking tanking. So like, we gotta do something, man. They're like, Robert Downey Jr. Here's $50 million to come back. Like,
they probably did pay him that much. You never know.
Probably.
Their last movies have tanked so hard that like they needed all the OGs back. You got fucking Wolverine coming back, RDJ coming back. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see Deadpool and Wolverine yet?
No, not yet. Don't spoil it.
Okay.
But wait, hold on. Is it Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine?
Yeah, they're OG,
okay.
OG Wolverine. Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Hugh Jackman, my boy. But yeah, it was so beautiful, man. Wolverine's my favorite character. If y'all didn't know, and seeing him in that yellow and blue suit almost made me bust in tears.
Oh.
Almost, man. I was twiddling with my nipples. Oh my god, brother.
Did they fix the arm sleeves, or does he still have the sleeves?
He has arm sleeves. He has
Oh,
arm
okay.
sleeves,
Boo.
but
Whatever.
like halfway through the movie, like they cut it off.
Okay. All
'Cause
right.
he's like,
Cool.
you know what I'm saying?
Cool,
But
cool,
it's
cool.
it's so good. It was such a good movie, man. And the cameos
Yeah.
were amazing. I don't want to spoil who it was,
Yeah. Don't
but brother,
spoil who it was.
brother, the cameos is you're gonna be real happy with who gets in there. And you gotta pay attention to the movie, and some of the jokes themselves are hilarious. Like they make fun of Fox a million times, and I fucking hate Fox, so I loved every second of it.
Yeah, because Fox had the rights to
A lot of
X-Men
Fantastic
for a
Four
long time.
and
Yeah.
X-Men, yep. So yeah, it was a lot of hate towards them, and I fucking loved every second of it. But yeah,
I'm just wondering why they wouldn't try to bring Iron Man back, or like, how are they gonna explain away that like, hey, this guy has the same face as Tony Stark as Doctor Doom?
alternate universe. I mean, in the
I
comics,
guess.
there was a universe where Doom switched his mind with Tony Stark's. So
Yeah,
Tony Stark
yeah.
was in Doctor Doom's body, and Doctor Doom was in Tony Stark's body.
Yeah, I saw
So
people mentioning that.
yeah, well, yeah, that might be what they're gonna do. I don't know. They might not. I don't know. We'll see. But in alternate universes, anything can happen. So it's probably not gonna be in the 616, and they'll just switch it up on us.
I have to pee really fast though.
All
Entertain the audience.
All right. Shit. What's up, audience? How y'all been? I've been good. Awesome. Awesome. Audience, I'm gonna play some multiverses while he pees. And don't tell him about this either. Wait, where's my multiverse? This is our secret. Don't tell them shit or beat y'all ass.
I am pissing clear. I might as well change my camera battery while I'm here too.
Did you go check your phone real?
Oh sheesh. All right.
Just go. But yeah.
Breaking news. It's like
You sound like that fish.
that was the plan.
Oh, okay.
That was the
Yeah.
point. Yeah. Okay.
But what were we talking about? We were talking about how LeBron was glitching and shit. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. I know that was gonna segue into something, but I can't remember.
No, it was just like we started talking about Marvel. That was basically it. It was just
this
goofy.
is where I wanted to segue into when we were talking about it.
Gotcha.
The Olympic team and how terrible they've been doing to some people. Remember, guys, I'm gonna keep this short and simple. These are exhibition games. They're still playing real good, and you have Steve Kerr, which is a aging coach. He's kind of losing his shit. But they're just starting, and they face South Sudan, which was too close in my opinion. But remember, you have the fucking GOAT in LBJ, and he will get you to the finish line every time. But look at them now in their last game. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking doing amazing. Jason Tatum's now not playing starting minutes. Like his bitch ass should have never been playing starting minutes. He's the most overrated all-star in fucking history. This guy gets carried more than any other all-star I've seen in my life. So he should be on the bench. And guess what happens when he's on the bench? KD plays for him on the bench instead. And guess what KD does when he gets 23 minutes? Well, 17 minutes, I'm sorry. He gets 23 points. 8 of 9 shooting. That is what happens. But continue. I'm sorry.
Sports, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
This just needed to be said. I'm sorry, but continue.
Fair. The way you were explaining that was like how I was explaining Fusion Generation earlier. Like I have no idea.
When you were talking about Fusion Generation, all I could think about is Vegeta, just fucking fusion dancing and shit. He's like, how do you start a fusion generator? Well, you put the earrings on first, and then you fucking tiptoe each other.
You ever watch Evangelion?
That's the mech anime, right?
Yeah.
Right. No, but I know the female in Evangelion.
Yeah. Okay. Just it was on my topics list because I just watched a whole like breakdown video about that anime because there's like the surface level plot and then there's like what the plot means and stands for and just like there's just so many things roped in and there's a whole bunch of lore behind it. I was wondering if you've ever seen it. You should watch it. It's worth...
that is one of the animes that I want to watch also with Code Geass. I've never watched Code Geass and I've never watched Evangelion.
Oh my god, you're gonna freak my cousin out. He's watching right now in the chat. That is his all-time favorite anime right now.
Yeah, I've heard it's really fucking good. I'm a huge
I still haven't seen it either.
Yeah, I'm a huge anime fan, but I still have yet to watch Code Geass. And I really always, and it's so short too. I don't know why I never get around to it. It's
How
like
many episodes?
It's like
oh, okay.
episodes.
I was thinking it was a lot longer than that. Okay, maybe I should watch it ASAP.
It's a short ass anime. It's just I always have more shit that I'm watching. Like I was gonna start watching Code Geass before I was gonna watch JJK. And then my homie was like, "Yo, watch JJK. It was really good." And then I was like, you know what? Let me watch this because I was interested. I fucking love it. So I finished JJK, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch something else. And then my girl wanted to finish My Hero, and My Hero's getting real good. So now I'm finishing My Hero. So it's just never a time for me to watch Code Geass.
My Hero Academia is mid.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's 100% mid.
Good.
Oh no.
How does Deku be talking? I know he has like this weird voice. John or some shit like that. Like, you know the fans.
I watched it in Japanese, so it's more bearable. Dude, but I know in the English version.
Cringy.
Oh my god.
It's terrible. I will say I hate his voice. Oh my god, it's so gay.
And that's the thing.
Oh my god.
Everything My Hero Academia, I like every other character but Deku.
Deku isn't bad. He's just super annoying, man. He's always crying, and then like at the end of season 1, he stops crying as much. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he gets bearable. Ito was always my favorite character though in the beginning, but now I really started fucking with Endeavor's kid. I forget his name.
Fuck. Ice Fire Boy.
All my and Ida were actually my bad. All my and Ida were always my favorite. Yeah. And I started fucking with Endeavor's kid, and now I like Endeavor a lot because season 4 he had a lot of character development.
Yep.
It's just all the characters are dope.
Yeah, it's just my issue with watching My Hero is just like I've seen this a million times in other anime shows. It doesn't. That's do how I felt about
Demon Slayer, and people were like on my ass about
That's
that
why
shit.
I did not vibe with Demon Slayer. I was just like, bro.
I was like, bro, I've seen this a million times.
I've seen this show before.
I was like,
even when the show wasn't out, I've seen it before.
Right. And it was like their villains were so stupid. Like I think the episode I stopped watching was that one demon that had like the ball, and the ball had arrows on it, and it was like going up and down, and I was like, this is the stupidest shit
I didn't
I've
even
ever
make
seen
it that far. I did watch.
That's how bad it was. I was like, bruh.
I did watch the movie when the movie came out. That was.
Didn't watch the movie.
It was cool. It looks cool, but like it's got a train.
Yeah, for me, it's just for me with short animes, you got to make the most out of every episode. It's a short anime for a reason. You're not here for any fillers. You're not here for any of that bullshit.
Now
you got to make the most of every episode.
Here's the thing: when you watch Evangelion, you just have to like think, if that makes sense, because the show respects its audience's intelligence. Nothing is fully flat out there, and my first time watching it, I was like, that was cool, but like it was like whatever. Yeah. Until I started watching like breakdown videos of like why this happened and what it means, and like along with, because the creator, I can't remember his name, but the creator was facing budget cuts at the end, and the last episode is literally just like a slideshow of like drawings. There's like no color or anything.
That's funny.
But he was able to narrate the story and tell what's going on through like the pen and marker doodles, that brought it all together.
Is it a long anime?
No, it's only 26 episodes. And then
he was facing budget problems?
Yeah. Damn. And then they came out with the movie, which the movie is the true ending. The last episode makes zero sense if you're not thinking of it psychologically, because the last episode is happening in tandem with the movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to spoil it, but basically everything that's happening in the last episode of the anime is all mental. It's all happening spiritually and mentally inside the main character's head, whereas the movie is showing the physical thing of what's going on. And holy crap, the visuals, like this dude.
Of the movie or of the
of
last
the
episode
movie
or
of the movie.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought because you
This
said the last
dude,
episode was like a slideshow.
this dude did a bunch of psychedelics and read a bunch of like end of the world type novels while he was tripping. That's the only way to
Yeah.
explain it. It is crazy.
Gundam
Yeah.
is such a cool genre too. I've always liked Gundam genres. Like they look cool.
Yeah, mech anime genres. Gundam.
Mechs just look fire, and it's such a realistic thing too. Like it's not that out of
Well,
reach.
the thing with Evangelion is they're not exactly mechs.
Oh, those are the ones where like you're like connected to the suit, right? Right, some shit like that. Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to spoil it, but like they're not exactly mechs, you know.
Is it the one where you're one with the suit, and if you die in the suit, you die?
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Okay.
No.
Probably thinking of another one then.
It's kind of old too. 'Cause it's got that '90s finesse to the animation. Very
Which
pleasant
that
to
art
look at.
style I love, so I don't mind watching old animes.
Yeah,
I will say the only thing with old animes is the pacing for me. Like the pacing is real fucking long. Like oh my god, you never realize how long these. Like as a kid, watching Goku fight.
Yeah.
And power up for 20 minutes straight was awesome. As an adult, I want to rip my fucking hair out, bro. I'm like, why is he still powering up?
You'll be happy to know Evangelion's not like that.
Yeah, it's 26 episodes. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like
but I'm just saying, like with the big three and shit. Like,
yeah.
It's hard to get into those animes for me. Like, our One Piece, is just because they're so fucking long. And
my favorite fight in Naruto was when Shikamaru was fighting that one dude of the Akatsuki with the scythe.
Oh, it's not Datara. What's his name? It's I know what you're talking about though. Like right when he throws the fucking his lighter into the ditch. That shit was so tough.
That was so tough.
Said,
I think that's my favorite Naruto. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Shikamaru's my favorite character too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite Naruto fight for sure.
That's easily my favorite character.
And that one dragged out, but the entire time I felt like this suspense in my chest where I was like,
"Oh yeah, it was
how are we gonna win?
Out, but it was really
how are we
good.
gonna win?"
It was a good dragged out, bro. It was worth the wait. That's one of those fights where you don't realize how long it took until you actually watch how many episodes you watched. That was a really good one. Speaking about this, I was hearing somebody talk to me. He was like, "What do you think is the best anime for a first-time watcher to get into anime?"
First-time watcher.
First-time watcher. And I know which mine is.
High School DxD.
High School of the Dead.
High School of the Dead.
My bad, Prison School. That's the best. Yeah, no.
Prison School, yeah.
Which one do you think is actually like top tier? Because I know mine.
I would ask for their opinion on anime first, because if they think it's corny, I'll say Dragon Ball Z. You know, because like when I was in high school, I never liked anime, and I thought people who liked anime were fucking weirdos. You know, so I was like, the only acceptable anime to watch is Dragon Ball Z, because you know, muscly dudes fighting. What's cooler than that? So like, if they're like weird about it, I would just be like, just watch Dragon Ball Z. You know, and I'm gonna tell them it's gonna drag out, but if you just watch it, it's just like good. You shut your brain off.
Personally, for me, if they think it's weird, I wouldn't get him into an anime that's super long. You know what I'm saying? But Dragon Ball Z, if you're just talking about like Z itself, like don't watch the Dragon Ball first or Super. That's a good start in my opinion because that's a fire anime. But I would probably start him off with Full Metal because that's the anime my brother got me into. Because I watched. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. That's like one of my go animes.
I haven't watched all of it, but like I understand where you're coming from now that I think about it. Yeah,
it's so perfect. It's 64 episodes of pure bliss.
Oh. Another one is Attack on Titan.
Yeah, well, I will say this. If you think anime is cringy and you don't have a good intelligence, and also like, what's it called? If you don't have a good attention span, I wouldn't start them off with Attack on Titan either.
No,
I disagree. Have bad attention spans,
disagree. And that show, I went from Dragon Ball to like thinking anime's like cringe to I showed up at my friend TJ's house one day and they're watching Attack on Titan. This was when only the first season was out, so this is like 2013, right?
Yeah.
And
but that's what I'm saying. It takes so long.
Well, here's the thing. They were watching in Japanese, and my first question was, why the fuck are you guys watching this in Japanese? And Keaton looked at me and he explained it to me this way. He's like, the voice actors in the Japanese version just have so much more emotion to what they're portraying, and it gets across like better. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance, and I was instantly hooked. Like we watched 3 episodes, and I was like, fuck, I know we're supposed to hang out, but I kind of just want to sit here and watch more.
It's good. It's really it's just like, what was it for? I was something for me that I stopped watching. Oh, they take so many L's. If you're not used to an anime where you're gonna lose after lose after lose, that is not the anime for you. You're gonna lose.
Attack on Titan.
Yes, you're gonna lose so fucking much.
But I think that's what makes it good. Is it's more grounded to the point of like, because most anime is like, yeah, friendship, we won, you know.
Yeah.
But Attack on Titan, like, it's like if Game of Thrones was an anime almost, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't like animes where you lose, I wouldn't start them off with that. But that anime is so good because you lose so much.
The gore factor kicks it up too. It makes it more.
That's when you
realize. That's when you realize this is not for kids. You know, this isn't just something that kids watch. You know.
Hell no. And when you get to the end, no spoilers for the people that watch it, but when you get to the end, they still kind of lose.
Yeah.
The world kind of loses at the end. You know what I'm saying? Because them they all get to live their lives peacefully, but no matter what, their message to the world is we're stupid and we're gonna fight each other no matter what. We're gonna be the end of ourselves no matter what.
Yep.
So you still lose at the end of it, kind of, if you look at it like that. But your characters get a happy ending.
Also, just the build up all the way to it, the mystery of like what the hell is actually going on was so good. Like when Freddy was like, I want to get into anime, what should I watch? I looked at him, I was like, Attack on Titan. He goes, yeah. I was like, you have Hulu, it's on Hulu, Attack on Titan.
That's true. Okay. It's also really easy to watch. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
But I disagree with whoever the fuck said the voice acting was bad for dub, because what's the general's name?
Oh God, General Pixis.
No, he was dope too though. His voice acting was great. But
you're talking about the dude who was training them, that guy, the bald guy.
No, that's
okay.
It's the guy with
they're
the
both
blonde
bald,
hair.
but fuck.
Let me see.
Oh God, doesn't he lose an arm like
he was like,
halfway?
He was like, the courageous fallen. I was hyped, bro. I was hyped. His message though, what's his name, bro? It's pissing me off. He was like, my soldiers do not buckle or you. Erwin, dog. His voice acting is elite. If you watch it subbed, you have to watch it dubbed also, because the dubbed voice acting is good. It is really good.
Yeah.
It is really good. The voice acting is good in both. Don't get me wrong. So watch both if you watch it, please. Because Erwin will get you hyped. You will want to get out your bed and work out. I don't work out. I don't work out, bro. I wanted to get on my bed and do an hour of sit-ups or some shit, bro.
An hour of sit-ups.
I was ready to go into battle with them. I'm not even in the anime, dog. I was ready.
Oh, man. Well, I think that's a good spot to wrap up because we hit an hour there.
Oh, perfect. All right.
If you're catching this on YouTube, comment down below. What do you think is the first anime new anime person should be watching?
Yes. Please, I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah, that would be, because like I said, we gave our opinions, but also I haven't really thought too much on it of like what would be a good first anime for somebody.
Yeah, you never know. Because everybody has different taste, But I think Full Metal is such an all-around. It's like LeBron.
It's a shapeshifter.
It's a shapeshifter. Look. It's a shapeshifter, and it's an all-around anime. Like, I feel like no matter what genre you're into, you're gonna like Full Metal. It's just,
hell yeah.
Yeah, a heart made of Full Metal, man. That's the way to end it.
Hell yeah.
See ya.
Everybody, click those links. Follow down below.
Yes, sir.
Have fun.